Flora, a spirited girl, her cautious brother Finn, and their adventurous best friend Leo, a boy always ready with a mischievous grin, were playing hide-and-seek in the enchanting, whispering woods. The late afternoon sun cast long, dancing shadows through the ancient trees, turning the familiar paths into mysterious, winding tunnels. They'd played countless games in these woods, but this one felt different, imbued with a sense of playful anticipation and a hint of unspoken adventure. This wasn't just any ordinary game of hide-and-seek. Whispering Woods was renowned for its whispered legends, tales of hidden caves, mischievous sprites, and long-lost treasures. The children, fueled by the fading light and their own imaginations, felt a thrill course through them as Leo, ever the enthusiastic leader, declared, "I'll be it, 1, 2, 3. His voice, a cheerful counterpoint to the rustling leaves and chirping crickets, faded as he closed his eyes, counting down. Flora, ever the strategic thinker, darted behind the gnarled roots of the old oak, its bark like ancient, twisted fingers reaching for the sky. Finn, usually more hesitant, surprised himself by scampering up a small mossy knoll, camouflaging himself amongst the ferns. Leo, with his sharp eyes and even sharper ears, quickly spotted Flora. Her giggle betrayed her hiding place. "Found you," he called, his voice echoing through the trees, but Finn remained elusive. As twilight deepened, casting long, ominous shadows that seemed to writhe and dance, the woods took on a different, more mysterious character. Their playful shouts now held a note of urgency. The woods, once familiar, felt strangely different in the growing darkness. Suddenly, a faint sob reached their ears, carrying on the whispering breeze. Following the sound, they found Finn near the old wishing well, not hidden but clearly distressed. He'd been exploring a little further than usual, lured by the unusual rustling sound from beneath a particularly dense clump of bushes near the well. He'd stumbled into a tiny, moss-covered cave entrance, barely larger than himself. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something old and musty. In the dim light filtering through the entrance, he'd seen it. A small, ornate wooden chest, its brass hinges tarnished with age, tucked away in the corner. His eyes widened in wonder, a mix of fear and excitement, as he reached for the chest, which felt surprisingly light. As he touched it, Finn, still trembling slightly, opened the chest. Inside, nestled among faded velvet, were necklaces of intricately carved amber, sparkling gemstones, emeralds that seemed to pulse with an inner light, rubies that glowed like embers, and sapphires the color of a twilight sky. And amongst these exquisite jewels lay a collection of ancient gold coins, each one bearing a strange and beautiful symbol. They rushed home, their hearts pounding with excitement and a touch of awe. Finn's parents, after examining the chest with wide eyes, contacted the local museum's historical experts. The experts confirmed that the chest was indeed a lost treasure, artifacts from a long-forgotten kingdom that had once thrived in the very woods where the children had played. Finn, Flora, and Leo were celebrated as the discoverers of the lost treasure. They decided, however, that the artifacts should be displayed in the local museum, not kept for personal gain. They were presented with honorary awards, but the greatest reward was the knowledge that they had brought a piece of history to light and were able to safeguard it for future generations. The game of hide-and-seek in Whispering Woods had led them on a far grander adventure than any of them could have ever imagined.